Hello everybody, how are you today? It's me, Ryan Murdoch of Endless Journey. It's good to make another video. Listen, today's video is going to be about the importance of setting goals. So anyways, it's just about 1 week away from Labor Day, and it's kind of coming to the end of this summer, and I just naturally find myself wanting to reset my goals for the new year. I know it's not the end of the year, but just coming to the close for a couple things I've been doing here in Toronto, and different information has come up, and it's just time for me naturally to just have a look at what I'm doing and maybe reset my goals, because to be honest, I don't do very well without goals. I really like having them. Some are longer and some are shorter, and some are lifelong goals, some are 1 year goals, but without them I feel quite lost. And so that's what I'll be sharing here today. For those of you who don't know, that's pretty much what I like to share, is information on the topic of self-development, anything that helps anybody else. So let's jump right into it here. First of all, there was two metaphors that came to mind when I thought about goals. And when I say goals, I mean knowing where you're heading, knowing what you want, and being able to visualize that. The more detail, the better. You basically are creating a compelling vision of what you want, and those are your goals. This is what you want, whether you want a gold medal or a big house or a prestigious career or a beautiful girlfriend. So two metaphors I wanted to share. I've been a carpenter for a long time, but I also went to art school, and one of my pet peeves in my career is when a homeowner, a client, whatever, even the management company does not make a plan, do a drawing, a design of what we're building. And we start building something, and we lose time and money and materials because we're not clear on what ultimately we were building. So we had to take a step back to undo something, or we lost time because we didn't do things in the proper order. This drives me bananas. This is we have to design our goals just as we design our home. The other metaphor that came to mind was like a road trip. Like, if you were going on a road trip, you would clearly decide where you were going. If you were leaving from Pittsburgh and you were driving to Seattle, but if you didn't even know where you're going and you started driving to New York, and then halfway there you decided you're gonna go to Seattle. Anyways, you know what? It's a silly, but that's what kind of came to mind for me to visualize the importance of having goals. So it's just gives you a really clear target, so you can just put all your energies, your efforts, your time, just funnel it into one point. And your energy is not just going all over the place. You're losing your energy. You're trying this, you're trying that. You're succeeding maybe even at things that aren't even relevant because you have changed your mind. You want something different now. So clarity on your goals is very important. Another reason why you need clarity on your goals, once you have set your goals, you need to set your goals, is sometimes there's these opportunities that come and go very quickly, and you got to know what you want for some of these. Like an example would be if there was a certain job or something you wanted, and you needed to meet somebody, you needed a connection to get into this industry or something, and one day you are standing in line for a coffee, or maybe you're standing at the airport or something, and you overheard somebody talking about this. Maybe it's a job in the movies, Maybe it could be anything really. And you overhear somebody speaking on the subject, and maybe even something about a job opportunity. You would know in 1 second, your ears would perk up. Maybe this is your subconscious mind picking up these little micro bits of information, and you would be very attuned. You have a little window there where you can speak up and say, excuse me, were you just talking about working in the movie industry and looking for help, or something like that? Another example I think comes to mind is dating. In dating, you can sometimes only have a very small opportunity when you meet somebody, and you have to act quickly. You have to know who you like and what you want, and that you want something. So people can be impatient. So this is another example of how important it is to know your goals. In the example where opportunities are coming and going very quickly, you need to be able to act quickly sometimes. So another thing I wanted to say today about the importance of creating your goals is, as I was saying in the beginning, not every day. I know for me, I'm a normal guy. I'm not a YouTuber or anything. I have a day job, and it's hard, like physically it's hard, socially it's hard, just like paying the bills in the big city. That's hard enough. So inevitably, like, you're gonna have a tough day, maybe maybe a tough week, maybe a tough month, and it's these times when I know for me personally, I really need to have a goal to carry me through. Just like a sailboat trying to reach an island through a storm, like, I need to be able to tell myself I can push through these things now, because what I want that will make me happy is just there in the future. So that's another thing I wanted to say. So if you do not have a goal very clearly, there are ways to realize that, but you have to at least take some time and consider it. I've read some really good books that help me find my most recent goals, but it is a bit of a process. Sometimes it's an elimination process, and there is a natural progression of most people realizing what they want in time, but you have to put the time in and find out, maybe, like I said, through elimination. So if you're not totally clear, my advice is just pick something. If you're going to school and you don't know what you want to take, well, narrow it down. Were you good at mathematics? Were you good at art? If you're good at art, do you like computers or do you like painting? And just try to get as close to it as you can, and then at least you'll be nearby should you switch or another opportunity comes up, or you learn something more about what you want. So it's better to just pick a goal, any goal, and work on it, than just sit around dilly-dallying, being unsure, and you're doing nothing. Because most experiences are transferable in some way. If you train for one sport, well, you'll be fit for another. If you're smart on one subject, well, your mind will be sharp for another. If you're in one job, I'm sure there's skills that you can use for another. So that's my whole rant here today, guys. Getting into like 10 minutes here. So the importance of setting goals. I know it might seem pretty obvious, but I think sometimes we just need to hear it again, hear somebody else say it. Just a little refresher. So this is what I've been thinking about quite a bit lately, and always reshaping my goals, but really right now. So, okay, well, thanks for tuning in, and I hope you got something out of this, and I'll see you soon with another video. Have a great week, guys. Peace and love.